everybody? It's Numbers J, man. Coming with y'all with some Lions content. I want to talk about. We know we got the pro days going on, and right around pro day area is where a lot of us may figure where Bob Quinn gives you us a low-key detail where he's going to go in the draft, because he usually goes based off pro days more so than combine, which they were heavily participated this year in, and also the Senior Bowl. We know we got the draft still over a month away, a little over a month away, so we still got time to really research. It's just the beginning of the pro days, so starting on March 6th. Auburn is holding there, so that's the school where Derrick Brown is like the main guy that we've been hearing about for a while that comes out of that school. But they have some other players on that defense that to me is very decent, very good, I should say. Even guys who may be coming out the draft next year, like Big Cat, something, his name is Big Cat, that's what I know. But yeah, he's a guy coming out next year. But as far as the pro days go, man, you got Derrick Brown, who to me didn't have the most impressive combine, I should say. He's been touted as one of the top defensive tackles in the entire draft. But combine kind of say it was a little bit lackluster, if you want to say that. But I don't personally like to go based off the combine. Personally, the 40 yards, this and that, and third, because they don't tell the whole story. I like to do the pro days. That's when the GMs and the scouts get to get a little more deeper and personal with the player to me. So that's kind of the thing with the pro days. To me, are better than the combine. The combine is just more of a promotional thing, a little unnecessary promotional thing. I'd like to see. It's fun to see the 40 times and certain vertical jumps and all that. It's a gimmick to me, but the pro days is where it's at. Even if the Lions don't get Derrick Brown, there's other talent on that team. You can get, offensive lineman players. They're there. I'm quite sure that's good. But in particular, they have a couple pieces in that secondary that's actually nice. Noah Ingbo, that's as far as I'm going to go trying to pronounce his name, but y'all know who he is. For those who may watch Auburn football, no, he's a DB. They're probably the top corner. He's considered the fastest DB in the SEC. I believe he's considered the fastest DB in the SEC, and if that's true, that definitely has reached Bob Quinn's ears. We need speed in the secondary. Any secondary most of the time should want speed, because you're going to need to route those receivers, and it's always hard with DBs to transition already in the NFL as it is. They show flashes here and there, like for example Mario Warrior last year, but it's still kind of hard for DBs to translate in the NFL after year one. So if you got good speed, that's something to work with, but that's something to build off on. So I know for a fact Bob Quinn has been intrigued probably with that. I haven't heard any reports yet about it. Javaris Davis is another speedster, guy who also does a lot of returns for the Auburn Tigers. So as well, you can definitely tell a lot of speed coming from that secondary, man. When those big guys up front, Marlon Davidson is another one, DE, another guy who's been a playmaker, probably the number 2 to Derrick Brown. What you've been hearing about, he's another guy who potentially may be going in the first round, for what I'm hearing, in this draft class. I'm not really sure where a lot of players in this draft class in general from any school is going to go to. But we just need to see where the direction the Lions are going. That's starting with free agency. Like I always say, I don't want to get too heavy on who's going to be our first round pick until I at least see free agency to see what direction the team is going, because it's just better that way. But what I'm saying, like for the start of the pro days, Auburn has some good talent. Auburn, I know I'm pronouncing the name wrong. Auburn has some good talent, man. We just keep our eyes open, pay attention to the storylines that we've been hearing. Still got other guys out there outside of Auburn. Maybe Isaiah Simmons is that guy. Who knows? People have speculated that Bob Quinn's reactions in press conferences maybe believe that we could go for Isaiah Simmons this year out of Clemson. So, with that 40 speed, might have gave him some stop. But again, who knows? I don't know if we'll go for Chase Young or not. I'm not sure. Y'all can leave in the comment section who y'all think we should go after. If you know what I'm saying. It's a lot of prospects out there, man. You even got some, like, this is one of those draft classes that look really deep. Like, you can find a good player anywhere, from what I can tell. Even if there's not the most athletic player, they still can probably turn out and be really good, like AJ Epinesa, who's been compared to Eric Armstead and such players like him. You know, it's like I said, it's a depth class, so I say surprise me. But definitely follow the press conferences. Definitely follow the pro day visits where the Lions are going to. They could hold keys because, you know, again, the SEC is an area where Bob Quinn likes to select prospects from in the draft, man. You know, you got Kerryon, who came out of Auburn 2 years ago in the second round, and, you know, then the SEC you got Jelani Tavai coming out the SEC recently too, last year. So you mean, that is a place where Bob Quinn likes to go. So that's the stories I'm following the SEC conference right now. Pay very close attention to that conference. But that's all I got for y'all. I'm about to make this video unnecessarily long. All that blibber blabber. So leave in the comment section who you think we should draft. If you think it's still Simmons. If you want D Brown, if you want one of those DBs, let me know. Just drop me a comment, man. If you ain't had a chance, man, hit the subscription button for your boy. Shout out to everybody. It's your boy, Nomus Jade. I'm out. Peace.